We just heard that new BL Drizzy.
He turned 40 this year. He try to like Jay-Z once again. He talking to Drake, man.
Already had people saying that Drake is.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy back on the mic with the most detailed breakdown you ever heard. On this new BL Drizzy energy, we just heard that new BL Drizzy, the diss track, Whisper
Michael Jackson up now. But after him,
Jay-Z once again. He talking to Drake, man. You know Drake.
That's overseas cap. Really? Oh God, that's who they think is the biggest. Like in Atlanta, it's a lot.
Follow, and then when
my name sitting on the new ICEMAN Drake album, and the whole rap game is literally exploding right now. Man, this is hating Jay-Z once again. Straight up, he talking to Drake. Man, you know Drake turning 40 this year? He trying to put him in a box. He trying to tell him stop.
you get unsuccessful, you be like, well, at least you tried.
Like how many white people listen to you? They don't even
Right way. Man, if you don't get the out of here, Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a whole career.
You really can't tell them Future ain't bigger than Drake.
Now that he's 70, he's trying to tell.
Making young music, but let me break every single word of this transcript down. Expand every reaction, every bar. Every industry rumor, every fan tweet, every possible angle, and add layers and layers of context analysis, history comparisons, predictions, and deep dives so we can really understand what just happened with this historic triple album drop from Drake on May 15th, 2026. When he shocked the world by releasing 3 full projects at once. ICEMAN, Habibti, and Man of Honor, or Maid of Honor, depending on how you spell it. Totaling 43 tracks over 2.5 hours of brand new music with videos, features, and everything. This is not just an album. Drop this as a cultural event, a statement, a victory lap, a revenge tour, and a genre-bending masterclass. All rolled into one, and the first track everybody is clipping and going crazy over is Whisper My Name, which directly disses 4 major artists, being Playboi Carti, The Weeknd, Jay-Z, and Rick Ross, while also addressing rappers who switched sides on him during that famous brutal beef with Kendrick Lamar last year. The song details Drake's raw, unfiltered feelings about fake love, industry politics, and people turning their backs when the pressure got heavy, and then he goes personal on Playboi Carti for sneak dissing him to people in the music industry behind his back, talking crazy in rooms and group chats. And then comes that bar that broke the internet, I'll take the 500K, not the dinner. I could never learn stuff from none of y'all. This is Drake's super clever way of answering one of the most viral hypothetical questions that was everywhere. In 2025, would you rather get $500,000 cash or have dinner with Jay-Z? Drake chose the money and basically said, keep your advice, keep your wisdom. I don't need it from y'all. And the reasoning behind dissing Jay-Z comes directly from Jay sneak dissing him. In a recent interview where Jay said, if you're trying to make young music and you're not young, it's not going to feel authentic. And people can feel that a lot of heads took that as a direct shot at Drake, who is about to turn 40 and still dominating with club records, melodic hits, and youth culture vibes. You see, I'm going to say the elephant in the room, man. This is hating on Jay-Z. Once again, he talking to Drake. Man, you know Drake turning 40 this year. He trying to like, yo, he one of them type of OGs who going to give you the bad advice that hopefully you follow. And then when you get unsuccessful, he be like, well, at least you tried. You know, at least you did it the right way, man, if you don't get the out of here, Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a whole career that said 30 is the new 20. When he became 30, he said, I'm young forever. He had the song Young Forever, the mindset, the brand, the lifestyle, and now that he's older, he's trying to tell other kids, nah, y'all got to make music like y'all old now, man, with Jay-Z. Doing that interview right before the release of ICEMAN, telling Drake to not make young person music since he's getting older, fans started tweeting this video at Jay-Z, of hundreds of people lined up outside the CN Tower in Toronto for the new album listening parties, and merch drops telling Jay-Z he's wrong, oh yeah. Fans would even stick up for Drake speaking on the ICEMAN album, saying it's one of the greatest of all time. You already have people saying that Drake is the Michael Jackson of now, but after him dropping ICEMAN last night along with 2 other projects, you got people saying that Drake is way bigger than Michael Jackson could ever be in terms of streaming dominance, global reach, and cultural impact, and those aren't my words, so I'm not saying that's the case. But Drake fans are smiling like that right now after this album drop. They feeling victorious. They feeling like the king never left the throne. However, Rap Og Boosie didn't mind Drake being older at all. He reacted this guy Drake out of his damn mind. I stopped at the gas station this morning. The whole gas station is playing Drake. I walked into the barbershop, every suite playing it. My boy is running the phone soon as they walk in prison. I felt that heavy because there's a much deeper meaning behind Boosie's reaction that Drake was clearly hoping for. Drake wanted to make songs that the hood would enjoy because of what his best friend 21 Savage said in a respectful way, mentioning that no one in the hood is really listening to Drake like that anymore, which is why Drake strategically released 3 albums, one being for the streets, with harder beats, street storytelling, storytelling, and that Iceman cold energy, ain't nobody listening to Drake like that, well. If I wasn't a rapper, I don't feel like I still would listen to Drake for real. It's just, I'm a rapper, so I understand the work he put in, how hard he go wait. Like when you ain't no rapper, all them statistics don't mean nothing. A regular street dude don't give a about how many times you went #1. Like how many white people listen to you because they don't even think. That far, the farthest they think is the club who's selling this club out, that's who they think is the biggest. Like in Atlanta, it's a lot of who you really can't tell them Future ain't. Bigger than Drake, that's all this cap really on God. I used to think that Drake ain't really no big, where Drake wanted to get creative with the release of ICEMAN, Habibti, and Man of Honor by using ICEMAN for more street-related content, and the other two to hit different genres of music. So everyone in the world could enjoy the music. This made DJ Academics extremely happy. ICEMAN, Man of Honor, and Habibti, all 3 albums dropping at midnight. Oh my god, wait. Is it 3 albums or just like however the Whisper My Name track dissed? Playboy Cardi by rapping Baby Boy Please? I heard what you said to little bro about me. Yeah, and when you run into the Iceman, what you going to do except freeze? You're not about to squeeze. You're not in the streets with these lines being directed to Playboy Cardi, who gave himself the nickname Baby Boy. This got a viral reaction. Reading well, this answers the question why Cardi didn't feature on Drake's No Face song Bro. Hasn't liked Drake the entire time. Because in case you're unaware, Playboy Cardi was supposed to be on Drake's No Face track, but he declined it because he felt as if the song was actually dissing. His friends love to Cardi and love to Drake. When I talked to Cardi about it, the No Face thing, according to what he told me, he said I was down to be on it. The reality is, he said, yo, he gets the track Drake is dissing his homies, and he's like, yo, bro, he's not trying to be in that, bro. Like, that's really what he told me. He's like, yo, dog. He's like, yo, I can't be on a track where, like, I feel like you're dissing my peoples. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, while Playboy Cardi would have been a great addition to the Iceman album, one person, DJ Academics, is extremely happy is not on it. Is Lil Baby? I ain't going to lie. I already put in no to Baby. Nope. Chat, I can't even lie to you. Can't even lie to you. I don't care what, listen, if I hear this mush mouth on this album, I might have to take 10s. So I already listen, I had like $1,000 in this joint. However, Rick Ross's reaction to Whisper My Name and the entire Iceman album needs to be studied, because the days leading up to the album's release, Rick Ross was actually trying to get back on Drake's good side, doing an interview tour speaking nicely about Drake's name, saying that he wishes all the beef would just blow over. This was, however, until Rick Ross noticed Drake actually dissed him in a few songs. Yo, he's backpedaling, he's dissing this and that, and you know, first of all, imagine asking for something for Christmas and you getting it before Christmas you even make your Christmas list. And I looked at him like, oh, this is good. Ross is kind of like softening up and warming up until I start hearing what he was saying. I don't like what Ross just said, because what Ross is just saying, again, I'm reading between the lines, but it is of entitlement. It's like, hey, when we was hot, we showed mad love this. It's like almost like these guys are trying to punish Drake for like not giving them what they want, whether there's a song or a feature, like he's some like do boy, like yo, it's time for you to, you know, pay the piper. Like, yo, you whoa, hold on now. Because after hearing that Drake dissed him in a few tracks, Rick Ross went on his Instagram story, calling Drake washed bars, damn 3 albums of trash albums, 2 years too late. What site is this complex, the Glazer University? Oh my God, I've been a long fan, oh my God. Mr. YouTube, the big 3 anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen bars, come on guys, stop, y'all got to. Let's all leave little man alone now, man. He did it, he dropped 3 major projects. Hey man, it was fun while it lasted. You're washed, which is the complete opposite reaction that Rick Ross had during his interview tour, where many fans believed Rick Ross was hoping to rekindle the friendship. Likely because he wanted to be on the Iceman album, Ross changed up his tune, in my opinion, because people are hearing rumors going around the industry, like you hear the Charlemagne's like mentioning it, which is ironic. Everybody who supposedly don't like Drake, they're now starting rumors about the Drake's album Charlemagne, and Joe Budden have both said that there's coming at, and it's not like Drake is going to just put out this like, you know, like J. Cole type album, where he don't want no smoke. So what's happening now is everybody's auto-correcting, assuming that there might be on the album about him. So Ross just said, I want to win, but now everybody's on like, all right, you backpedaling, raising the question of why will the two never be good again? Well, Drake will likely never forgive Rick Ross for not only taking Kendrick's side during the beef, but also trying to expose Drake for how many baby mamas he allegedly has, trying to almost ruin his relationship with his son Adonis. who was a major talking point for some reason during the beef with Kendrick. We just heard that New played Drizzy the diss. The I Hold Your Head Up cut like Rick Ross and Hold It Up Himalaya Saya Anastasia Fantasia Cupcake. Man, you looking bad man. You might as well go on Maury Povich and tell your story. Go to Maury Povich, but with Drake continuing to diss those who did him wrong. In the Kendrick beef on Whisper My Name and other ICEMAN tracks, it resulted in Charlemagne the God reacting in an interesting way, saying, quote, "I hope this isn't what ICEMAN is about, because if it is, I'm just going to." Assume we're calling Drake ICEMAN because he's frozen in time. Get over the L. You took to Kendrick already, because this record just continues the conversation. That Drake is the biggest sore loser rap has ever seen, mentioning how Drake continues to just diss those who did him wrong. Similar to how he dissed DJ Khaled, who also ended up responding Drake rapped Khaled. You know what I mean? The beef was fully live. You went halal, and your people are still waiting for a free Palestine, but apparently everything isn't black and white. Red and green, I'm seeing everyone's true colors, mentioning how he is seeing everyone's true colors. DJ Khaled, another person who switched up on Drake, but Khaled ended up reacting, reading Let God Rise and all his enemies scatter. No man none badder than Ja. And come in uno thousands. In two, they stand against you hating me, them just can't go through them heart none clean nor free. I remind them so much who they supposed to be, 1 a.m. to royalty. Them lost them identity, which a lot of people didn't really understand. What he was saying, but the dissing didn't stop. At DJ Khaled, Drake was on a mission. During ICEMAN Whisper My Name and other tracks, because he even dissed LeBron James, a tweet read DJ Academics nearly finished while listening to a song dissing LeBron James, saying yes, 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 give them Bell, give them Bell, Drake, give them Bell. Yes, yes, give them Bell. I'm giving Bell, yes, yes, give him Bell. But the funny part is, LeBron wasn't the only NBA player to be dissed either. Because Drake rap, we must be dealing with spur of the moment. Because why did we think we can get us a ring? They bragging about how you went home. What are they on, Roddy? We threw them away. G-Pop sent us a real one from. And next thing you knew, we was throwing parades, which was a diss towards DeMar DeRozan, who couldn't get the job done here in Toronto. But right when Toronto picked up Kawhi, Leonard ended up getting a ring. But someone else who reacted was Ebro. He was extremely excited for Drake. Day, it's Drake Day. ICEMAN, baby, tune in to the Ebro show right now. All Drake hammers and I'm gonna start to, we gotta go timestamp. We're seeing the 1 a.m. in Albany. Moving, have your fader hot 1 minute 30 seconds. We're going live, baby. You heard the man, but there are still 3 people that have not reacted yet, which is very important to hear a viral tweet read. Is anyone else just waiting for Kendrick, Snoop, and the $ AP Rocky to react to the new albums? I'm starting to get impatient. Somebody tell them to say something. The likelihood of Kendrick responding is low. He will probably only mention it during a song. Same with the $ AP Rocky, but many are waiting for Snoop Dogg for one specific reason, and it was a weird video that he released during the Kendrick beef that was a reaction to Drake's Taylor made freestyle. They did what, when, how. Are you sure? What up? Everybody calling my phone, blowing me up. What the what? Happened, what's going on, and now to massively expand this entire thing, let me keep going deeper into every single element, because this triple drop deserves hours of conversation. First off, commercially, Drake is absolutely dominating. The numbers are projected to be insane with ICEMAN alone, possibly doing 400 to 600,000 first week, and the other 2 projects adding massive streaming numbers across Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok. The algorithm is flooded. Drake songs are everywhere, from For You pages to club playlists to barbershop speakers too. Prison phones, just like Boosie said, and that street validation was crucial, because 21 Savage's comment lit a fire under Drake. He wanted to prove he could still make music that hits the hood, the clubs, the streets, and the global audience at the same time. ICEMAN brings that colder, harder edge with street anthems, disses, and introspective moments. Habibti dives into R&B global sounds, Middle Eastern influences, and melodic vibes that Drake has always been king of, and man of Honor or Maid of Honor goes more pop dance and upbeat to capture different demographics. This strategy is brilliant because it gives something for every type of fan, while still letting Drake address all the smoke from the Kendrick beef, the switch-ups, the fake friends, and the industry. Politics now on the Jay-Z situation, it's layered with generational tension. Jay-Z has always positioned himself as the wise elder, the business mogul, the one who figured it out. But when he throws subtle shade at older artists, still chasing youth culture, it hits different when Drake is the one still charting, still selling out arenas, still trending worldwide. Drake fans see it as Jay trying to gatekeep or protect his own legacy, while Drake is out here proving age is just a number. With lines about taking the money over the dinner, he's saying, I don't need your blueprint. I built my own empire my way, and the CN Tower lineups, the fan videos, the tweets calling Jay hypocritical. Because of his own Young Forever era, it all adds fuel to the fire. People are making edits comparing Jay's lyrics from Reasonable Doubt to the Blueprint to 444 verses. Drake's come up from So Far Gone to Views to now ICEMAN, showing how both have evolved, but Drake refuses to slow down or go full adult contemporary. Yet Playboy Cardi diss is funny and petty at the same time. Baby boy, please calling out the sneak dissing and the freezing when you see the ICEMAN. It ties into Cardi's whole vampire baby boy persona. And the no-face feature drama shows how fragile these industry relationships are. One minute you're supposed to collab, the next you're hearing you diss my homies, so I'm out. And Rick Ross, flip-flop, is textbook entertainment. He was buttering Drake up hoping for a verse or reconciliation, then as soon as the disses landed, he went full hostile on Instagram stories, calling everything trash wash, too late, too many chefs. Reeks of entitlement and hurt pride, because Ross wanted back in the circle, but Drake wasn't having it, especially after Ross sided with Kendrick and brought up personal family stuff with Adonis that crossed the line for Drake and will probably never be repaired fully. Charlemagne's take. Calling Drake the biggest sore loser frozen in time is classic Charlemagne. He loves to stir the pot and push the narrative that Drake can't let the Kendrick loss go, but Drake fans counter by saying it's not about being sore, it's about clearing the air, addressing disloyalty, and reminding people he's still that guy. DJ Khaled's spiritual response with Let God Rise and Enemies Scatter, and the royalty lines was cryptic, but clearly a defense mechanism. He went halal. When the beef was live and Drake called out the true colors, the Free Palestine bar added even more layers because Khaled is vocal on that topic. And Drake pointed out the contradictions. The LeBron and DeMar DeRozan disses show Drake still has NBA smoke from old Toronto days. And friendships that went left. Academics yelling "Give them Bell" is pure podcast gold. And Ebro going full Drake. Day on his show shows even some Radioheads are riding with the wave now. The wait for Kendrick, Snoop, and Rocky reactions is the biggest cliffhanger. Kendrick probably won't respond directly. He moves in silence and drops when ready. Snoop's past confused reaction video to TaylorMade is getting memed again, and Rocky might stay quiet because of personal ties, but the internet is impatient. They want more smoke, or at least some acknowledgement. Overall, this triple album release cements Drake's status as a workaholic genius who can flood the market, dominate charts, bridge genres, and still find time to settle old scores, whether you call it petty or calculated. One thing is clear: Drake is not going anywhere at 40. He's still the biggest artist on the planet, moving. Numbers that most rappers dream of. Boosie's gas station barber prison testimony proves the streets are still playing it heavy. Despite what some ogs claim about hood authenticity, the global appeal, the streaming, the club plays, the international fans from Habibti all prove Drake is bigger than ever. Some compare him to Michael Jackson. Because of the reach, the hits, the cultural moments, others say he's in a lane of his own with longevity. No one in rap has matched Drake. Has been relevant for almost 20 years, consistently dropping #1s features, collaborations, and now triple albums that keep the conversation alive for weeks. The Jay-Z advice backfired because fans saw it as outdated. The Ross flip showed industry fragility. The Cardi situation highlighted trust issues. The Khaled response showed spiritual deflections. And the NBA disses reminded everyone Drake holds grudges when it comes to loyalty. This is ICEMAN cold, calculated, freezing out the fake ones while warming up the real fans with music for every mood, every city, every demographic. And as the days go by, the streams keep climbing, the debates keep raging, the reactions keep pouring in. From academics to Ebro to Boosie to Charlemagne, the rap world is living in the Drake era once again. Whether you love it or hate it, you can't ignore it. The frozen in time narrative from critics versus the still on top narrative from fans will dominate timelines for the next month at least, and with possible responses coming or not, Drake has already won by forcing the conversation back on his terms at his pace. With his volume, this is the ICEMAN winter, and Drake is sitting on the throne, watching everybody react exactly how he predicted. Some will backpedal, some will stay silent, some will throw shots, but the numbers don't lie. The fans don't lie. The club plays don't lie. Drake is still that guy, and this triple drop just reminded the whole game never count him out, even at 40, even after the biggest rap beef in years. He came back colder than ever with Whisper My Name and everything else speaking directly to the ones who switched up. And that's the real takeaway from this entire situation. The loyalty, the music, the strategy, the pettiness, the greatness, all mixed into one historic moment in hip-hop. And we are lucky to witness it live. So keep streaming, keep debating, keep sharing your thoughts, because Drake just gave us content for the whole summer and beyond. What a time to be alive in rap music. This is the extended breakdown, every angle covered, every word analyzed, every reaction expanded, and the conversation is only getting started. Peace.